Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aim Your Game Amateur Golf Network. This is the debut of this channel, the very first video to be posted. And what is Aim Your Game Amateur Golf Network? Well, it's a place where it's for the weekend warrior golfer, the ones who go out maybe once or twice a week, and try to improve their games. Whether it's trying to find an, edge and trying to find maybe a better grip or, some swing thoughts that they might come across or anything like that. And any way to basically shave a couple of strokes off your game. What I'm going to be doing as I post videos is basically give my insight on some of the things I've been working on, some of the things that I'm thinking about, give my 2 cents about the golf swing. And hopefully, those thoughts and my 2 cents can help anyone that's out there that wants to, shave 2, 3, even maybe perhaps a good amount, 5 strokes off your game, which would be awesome because we as weekend warrior golfers, what we want to do is just, shoot better scores. If you're shooting in the hundreds, you want to get to the point where, you're breaking 100. If you're shooting in the 90s, you want to start breaking 90 on a consistent basis. All right. And if you want to, break 80, or if you are breaking 80 already, well, this channel may not be for you because you've already pretty much accomplished, I'm sure, what you want to accomplish, in the game of golf. If you're breaking 80, I mean, you don't need to listen to anything I have to say. I might have to listen to what you have to say, but nevertheless, that's what this channel is about. Give my insight on, things I'm working on, some things I've come across, whether it's a, article out of a golf magazine or maybe a book I picked up, and saw some tips out of that. And things like that. So we're going to have a good time with this. I'm also going to allow you all to track, my scores as I play maybe a casual round of golf or even on occasion, in a tournament or what have you. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So if you're really into golf, and like I said, if you're that player, you're in the hundreds, you're trying to break 100, you're in the 90s, you're trying to break 90, into the 80s, then we're gonna see if we can help each other out. All right. But without further ado, with this being the with this being the first video that I'm going to post for this channel, gotta talk about this guy that's pictured in the screen. Of course, you know who this guy is. That would be Tiger Woods, making his 2018 debut at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines, which has always been a friendly confines for him. And we're going to see how this turns out this week. A lot of buzz going on, especially, with some of the players he's played, what he calls fun rounds, for some digits. As far as, little, money games he may play at his home course with other PGA Tour members. And, the word is that he's, got his speed back in his swing. He's swinging flawlessly, effortlessly. Doesn't show any signs of any pain in his back. And, it looks like this time around, as compared to, a few years past, that this may be something that will finally stick. Was looking at his press conference. Well, some of the highlights of his press conference, some of the key points he had to say today, says that with his back being fused now, there's absolutely no pain in his back. Say he hasn't felt this good in a long time. He's just been, he talks about how he's been practicing ever since the Hero Challenge back in December. He's been, playing golf pretty much 6 days out the week, which I found to be very interesting because, hey, if you have a bad back, when he did have his bad back, he wasn't able to do that. But now he seems to be playing as much golf as he wants to. So, I'm excited. I'm gonna be honest with you. Love the guy, hate the guy. A lot of people have certain feelings about him. He's definitely been a polarizing figure, as of late. But I decided to start off my channel talking about him because honestly, he's the one that got me interested in the game of golf. Going back to the 1997 Masters, that very first Tiger Mania phase, I should say. And, it's just been exciting to watch him and, follow his career, follow him year by year. And it's been fun. And I think it'd be good to see him, tee it up again, and just anxious to see how he'll do, as he, hopefully gets through 4 rounds, assuming he makes the cut this week. And, see if he can get into the contention on the weekend somehow. And then I think he's also committed to the Genesis Open, which is now going to be run by his foundation. It used to be known as the LA Open. It's at the Riviera Country Club out there in LA. That he'll be playing next. I think that's another few weeks away, but it's going to be very interesting. Even from his practice round today, his program that he had, they said it was an unofficial 2-under. But again, it's practice round, or pro-am, I should say. Can't really read too much into that. Let's just see if he can, assuming he makes the cut, let's see if he could make or play all 4 rounds without any pain-free. And I'm pretty sure if he can do that, that'll give him a confidence boost. Before I, go ahead and, in this video, just want to kind of reflect on basically how we got to this point. There was an interesting article, ESPN the magazine, guy by the name of Wright Thompson. I thought it was an excellent article he did like a few years back, and basically got some very good insight. I thought some detailed insight on what had been going on with Tiger around the time of his father's death back in 2006. And this was the time that was rumor has it that he was training with the Navy SEALs, or former Navy SEALs. I think it might have been former Navy SEALs, but nevertheless, we all know the Navy SEALs as being like, best of the best when it comes to like special operations. Special operations, special ops, like the Navy SEALs, Green Berets, things like that. Matter of fact, Tiger's dad was a Green Beret, so I think that kind of influenced him to like go ahead and go through this allegedly. So Wright Thompson talks about how he interviewed, or should I say, Wright Thompson interviewed the people in the know that were actually helping him train in that vigorous process. And you got to go read the article. I'm going to post a link in my description box, or in the description box for this video. And it's a good read. It's a good read, and it gives you a lot of insight. And me personally, I think that's, if this is truly the case, that these events happen, I think that this is where the injuries start to happen. Whether it was, training with the SEALs, he might have somehow, blown out his knee. I have a speculation that if these rumors are true, that he had to have hurt his back in this process. As you talk about somebody who really wasn't like, we knew about the knee problems before. I think he had some operations on the knee. I think, towards the end of 2002, had an operation or procedure and had to stay out for a little while. Came back 2003, won Torrey Pines there. But this was just very interesting, and Like I said, it's a must-read article. And I believe, in my opinion, if these rumors are true, if the speculation is true, then I think this is not only where he got his knee hurt, but also this was the start of his back problems as well. Just to give you some insight on that. Also, I'm going to post an article talking about the fusion procedure that he had for his back. And, some of the players that have had that procedure done, players such as Lee Trevino. I want to say Lanny Watkins had the same procedure as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll post the link of the article in the description box of this video. Make sure you go check that out as well. And basically talked about how Lee Trevino, how he, after he had his fusion done, like he just felt like a totally different person, started to pick up the game of golf again. Because I think Lee Trevino was talking about how he really couldn't play because, that's how bad his back was. But he was able to start back playing again on a regular basis, for leisure or what have you. So, and Tiger did say something very interesting. This is one I wanted to bring up before. How, it was asked about, no longer having a coach because he did part ways with Chris Como. That was his latest coach. And Tiger had always been saying before, even during this injury time, that he might as well just go at it by himself. And he said something very interesting today. He said that he doesn't really know anybody, or nobody can really give him advice on his swing, knowing that, nobody has really had a back fusion and now swinging at 120 miles per hour. Just hasn't been done. He doesn't really know anybody can really tell him anything as far as that's concerned. So that's a big reason why he's decided to go solo without a coach for really, I guess, the first time in his career. And he said he's going to go based off of his feel, which I think is very encouraging because I think Tiger plays better when he's just playing off a feel. Okay? Like, basically hitting and playing golf shots instead of being so technical like I think he has been for the past 5, 6, 7 years. Okay? So that was a very encouraging sign that he would bring something up like that. So I'll post an article about, Lee Trevino and, the back fusion that he had. I think that was in a Golf Digest article, if I'm not mistaken. But last but not least, I'll post something in the description box talking about Rory McIlroy and how, he's recently been playing with Tiger, and he was very impressed and very surprised at the progress Tiger has made, and says basically, like, hey, where did this come from? Guy goes from, barely able to walk to now, hey, he's hitting golf shots and swinging at tour speeds. So I thought that was some very interesting insight too, and I think could be some foreshadowing to come. As far as like what I think Tiger would do in the Farmers Insurance Open this week, ultimately, honestly, I hope he wins because hey, I always want to see Tiger win. But I definitely think he'll make the cut. He'll make the cut. I think the first round is going to be very important, which he's going to start it off at the South Course at Torrey, which is obviously the tougher course, and that was the course in which the U.S. Open was held back in 2008. His last major championship that he won, his 14th major he won. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I think his most important round is going to be that second round on Friday at the North Course. Because they say that North Course is an easier course, even though now they say they made some tweaks to it, made it a little bit more difficult. They're saying that the rough this week is really up, very tough. And, they're saying that it's going to be some tough conditions. You might not see the 20 under par winner. I think he will get the double digits, maybe 10 under, 11 under, 12 under, perhaps. I think the highest it go is 12. Because they're saying it's playing that tough. And the South Course always plays tough anyway. And that's the course they're going to play exclusively on Saturday and Sunday. All right, so there it is. Tiger Woods back on the PGA Tour. Farmers Insurance Open. What I got coming up, next few videos I'll post, I'll obviously have some commentary on his round after the first round. And then also in the future coming up is I'm going to do a 2018 golf resolution series. Everybody, when the new year comes around, they make a New Year's resolution, whether it's something they want to do fitness-wise or behavior-wise or character-wise, or they want to start being more pleasant, polite, whatever it is, whatever your golf New Year's resolution is. I'm going to share with you my 2018 golf resolutions, and I'm pretty sure that, you guys would be interested in knowing what they are, and see if any of those can basically help your game as well. Like I said, I'm here to help you guys aim your game. That is, after all, the name of the channel. And hey, let's make 2018 the best golf year that we've ever had. That's all for this video. Again, coming back with another one after the first round of the Farmers Insurance Open. Give you my commentary on what happened in the first round. And that's it. So until next time, aim your game.